Hey, what is up guys, it's Raptor with a shotgun and I'm back. I'm going to start recording more videos on YouTube. I'm also going to be doing some stuff on Twitch, but I'll get on that in a bit later. But the point of this video is that I know it's late because BattleBorn has had its closed beta and its open beta and it comes out on May 3rd. So it's really late, this video is. But I just want to get some information out about one of the characters that I played mostly, which is Marcus. He became one of my favorite characters to actually play in, and I will go into more detail about him in a minute. But there's a huge range of characters they were allowed you to play in the beta for the open and closed beta for BattleBorn. There was just to name a few. There was Boulder is a dwarf. You had Toby, which was a penguin in a mech suit. You had obviously you had your classic Archer, which was Thorn. You had your Wrath, which was a dual wielding sword, samurai sword looking ninja guy. I have no idea what he was. You had Thebes, which was a classical using a rapier. You had El Dragon, who was a luchador. You had Isaac, which was a sort of robot AI into a mech suit. You had Montang and Whiskey Foxtrot and Oscar Mike, who were your classic first-person shooter characters. And you also had Benedict, who was a rocket launcher wielding Raven, or no, he was a hawk, I think he was. A rocket launcher wielding hawk. Try saying that 3 times fast. But getting back onto the character, my favourite character himself, Marcus. He is an LLC attacker, and he also, pretty much, he's the gentleman sniper. He's an advanced sniper. He's one of the advanced characters because of how his abilities act and how they counter with each other. So he's in the advanced class category of characters. But when now going on to his abilities, which is the part that defines him, is that you get the Blinder Bane, but you get the concealed pistol, which he has, which is good for close range and medium to close range, and it did quite a lot of damage for just being a little pistol, like a concealed pistol. It did quite a lot of damage, but it was more for close range to medium range, depending on who your enemy was you were going up against. But then going into your long range, medium to long range kills, you had to just switch over to the sniper, which is just by pressing aim, like your trigger button, not your trigger button, your sight button, and he'd switch over to the collapsible sniper, and this become like my favorite weapon to use in the entire game because I'd be constantly using that. I wouldn't get anywhere close to the enemy, I just stay back to snipe them. But just that gun itself made the character who he is, because it is designed to look like a cane. It's designed to not be a conventional weapon, so I thought that was kind of cool. But getting on to his actual weapon, onto his actual skills, he has a skill that he launches from a pocket watch, which is called Temporal Distortion, and it's pretty much slows or stuns your enemies for anyone who's inside this area of effect for 6 seconds, and it'll slow them down. And depending on how you then advance in the skill tree as your character levels up, it can range from draining health to killing them to actually decreasing speed or decreasing attack damage and stuff like that. So it was really good if you could pull it off at the right time. Just made for easy kills with the sniper rifle, and even with the pistol if you got close enough. Another thing I want to get onto is his second ability. This is one that made me laugh at the minute I noticed what the owl was called. He pretty much launches an owl from a hat, but the owl's name is Houdini, which made me laugh so many times when I was telling my friends about it. When I just said oh, here comes Houdini, and all of a sudden some guy wouldn't laugh in the game. But Houdini is kind of like a sentry. You'll deploy him on a certain area, and he'll survey the area, and he'll reveal if an enemy is close. He'll actually tag them, and if they come close enough to him, he'll do damage. He'll actually hit them, and he'll do damage up to, I think it was 200 damage. He'll do it a single time, and depending on the skills, how you went in the skill tree, you could actually have up to 3 of them at 3 Houdinis at a time. So they led to some really cool times, and I'm pretty sure it's the second level. When you reach level 2 on Marcus, you got the ability to make him so that he can go through walls, so he can fade through walls or turn invisible. Obviously I chose the one where I could turn him invisible because it was a lot easier because I could cast a temporal displacement or distortion and then put Houdini around the corner, and then so that I was protected then, because he'd pretty much notify me then if anyone was come close. One of his key abilities on his class is something called Eins, zwei, die. It practically is, if you can land 3 successful hits on a single target, the last hit you do, or the third hit, would increase 50% more attack damage to the shot it was doing. So if your shot was doing 500 damage, then when you got that, it'd be doing 750 damage because it'd be an increase of 250. And I found that using his class, using him with certain gear, you could actually pick off these 3 pieces simple. I got it in the gameplay now in the background, but I'm pretty much picking up a few kills now with using it, because it's so easy to pick up and so easy to do, because just by using the temporal distortion slows him down, which means he uses it to kill him. So coming on to his ultimate ability, which is you get at level 5, is the blinder blast. It's a single shot from his sniper rifle, which does a huge amount of damage. I think it does up to 500 damage in a single hit, but it can hit multiple targets. If this is team of 3 in like a triangle position, if you hit center, you can hit all 3 of them, and you can pull off some amazing things with it. The only problem I had with using it was if you picked it up at the wrong time, there was no way of cancelling the shot. You had to fire it, and sometimes I'd end up wasting it. And then when I actually did need it, it wouldn't be charged. Or sometimes I found that the projectile it launches fired a bit too slow, so the enemy was able to dodge out the way, but that may have been because I fired from a long range. But if up close, it's devastating. It's a devastating attack to go up against, it's a devastating attack to be there with. But it's really fun to use, nonetheless. But getting on to now, each character has 3 taunts, and I think it's 5 costumes they have preset onto the game. That is preset with the character. With Marcus's, he had the Gentleman Sniper, which is a taunt where he'll tip his hat. He had the Wunderbar, where he'll stick the cane down and do a side kick. The third taunt is called Capital Gains. Unfortunately, you can only unlock this one through doing a certain law challenge, which was overprotective, which was you had to have Phoebe on your team 5 times. But in this one, it made me laugh so many times. The minute I spotted it, it made me laugh, because he pretty much grows a holographic mustache and show you how the rifle does his chat shot, which I thought was really cool. And then going on to his skins now, where you have something like, I think it's 6 actually, 6 skins you currently have like unlocked before you have to use gear packs of a certain specific faction. So as because Marcus was LLC, you had to open the LLC packs. But going on to his skins now, he has one called the Gentleman Sniper, which is where he's blue and gold. He has one called the Bindley Blues, which is where he's blue, got a red pocket watch and a red eye, and the cane is red. He has something to do with like an autumn color. I can never pronounce it. It's an autumn color pretty much. So he's like brownish color from his legs, and then he goes up into sort of a gold in his chest, and then like yellow to the neck, which is another really cool character. Which is another cool skin. Then you come on to the one that I hated having, but I used most. The I Love My Owl, or the I Hat My Owl. It was him pretty much fully pink with a bit of purple on his legs, and his rifle was pink. But it was so funny to see someone launch, like it was so funny to see me launch in with that game. But everyone laughed at me because of me just being pink and all stuff like that. The last one is called Green Like Money, and he's pretty much just obviously green like a dollar bill. And for some reason we weren't able to unlock the last skin, so I have no idea what the actual 6th skin was, but like that's his character. But his lore challenges were kind of awkward to get, so I never was able to unlock the capital gains. But now I'll show you the character roster. So in the beta they roughly had 25 characters, 24 were playable. Unfortunately I unlocked Toby, which was the penguin in the mech suit, but I was unable to use him because of something. I don't know if it was a glitch on my game or if it was something that it was PC, like PS3 exclusive or something, or PS4 exclusive, but I was unable to play Toby anytime, which kind of sucked because he was one of the main characters I actually wanted to unlock to mess around with, because how often you see a penguin in a mech suit? Or in games, how often you see a penguin in a mech suit? But some of the characters who I know the names of is you have Abram, or Abra, which I'll put on screen now. I'll put a quick screenshot of her on, and she's pretty much your healer, but she steals health as well as gives it. Then you have, obviously I'll show you Benedict, who is the rocket launching hook, the rocket launching wielding hook, who is really funny to play with. Another character is Boulder, who I actually didn't unlock until the very end of the beta, but one of my friends did tell me about one of his taunts is he turns around and flashes you, which I thought was really funny, but unfortunately I didn't unlock him until right at the end of the beta, and I didn't really get any much gameplay with him. But I did play him for like a game or so before I went off, so I was kind of annoyed that I didn't get to play him much. Another character who I had some gameplay with was El Dragon, who is a luchador. He's also in the same faction as Marcus. I found him weird to play because he was extremely close quarters. Like there was no range. You had to be standing next to the person to do it. So I didn't really enjoy playing him much. Montang is obviously just holding a minigun. Just his kind of heavy character, more used for controlling areas than anything else. But he was fun to use. I used him quite a lot. I don't think I got any footage of the games I used him in because I was streaming on Twitch at the time, and I don't think I any of the footage of that. Then you have Oscar Mike, who's your typical soldier class. He pretty much a Call of Duty clone. He makes jokes about games like Call of Duty all the time. Well, when you're doing it, like he'll do a push-up where he'll go like 1, 2, 6 and stuff, where he'll just act stupid. But he's more like a pushing character. He has a stealth generator. So in other words, at any time you can cloak yourself and turn invisible. And then he had a alternate version of him, which was called Whiskey Foxtrot, and he had a 3-round burst gun with a sticky grenade, and he was like the alternate of Oscar Mike. But he was fun to play because instead of being a soldier, he was a rogue. He was like the assassin character, and he was really fun to use. But I'll just put some screenshots of those up on the screen now, just to show you. But other than that, it was really fun to play this game. I can't wait for it to come out in May the 3rd. Hope you enjoyed the video. One last thing I want to say is that I've now started streaming on Twitch. Obviously, I'm using the same nickname on Twitch as I'm using on YouTube, so it's Rattle with a Shotgun. So if you want to come and follow me or come and view one of my streams one time, then feel free to just come pop into one, message me, or just chill. I am starting to do viewer days where I'm going to start playing with the people in my stream. I'll start having games against them. But I'm just glad to be back now recording YouTube, because you start putting the effort back into it. This was something I've really wanted to do for a long time, and games like this has made it possible. Games I've actually wanted to play and record have made it possible. So like BattleBorn have been so fun to record with friends. But unfortunately this video was mainly focused on Marcus, because he was the character I played more hours into. I put way too many hours into him. I think I got to him ranked. I think I actually did max rank him at one point. So I had all the costumes for him, all the taunts, and well, not all the taunts and all the things, but I had like the main costumes and main taunts. I actually put all my effort in him. So that's why I knew more about his class than most of the other ones. But hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. This is Raptor with a Shotgun signing off. Peace out. Hey, thanks for watching. This is Raptor with a Shotgun signing off.